I have been called a white supremacist by white people. Now, I don't know if you have realized this or not, but I am black. Can the people in the back see that I'm black? Just want to make sure. Okay, got it? All right, good, fantastic. So, less dramatically, I've also been called conservative as a slur, right? But the thing is, I've never identified as conservative in my life. There's nothing wrong with being a conservative. I have always seen myself as a left-leaning moderate, but today that means I'm a Nazi. I haven't changed one bit. The academy, however, and the voices therein, especially the powerful voices, have gotten more powerful. And that's why I am here today. I'm called these things because of a concept called prescriptive racism. What is this? Prescriptive racism is, well, when someone has a script and prescribes characteristics onto you, and if you don't embrace those characteristics, there's something wrong with you. You're inauthentic as a member of your race or something like that. We have a certain narrative that is victim-oriented, oppressor versus oppressed. You can guess who the oppressor is and who the oppressed are, right? And by nature of being a narrative, it has a script. And in that script, there's no role for me. I am a person of color who appreciates some classical liberal values like the primacy of reason, individuality, free speech, equality before the law. For these things, I'm called, at best, a conservative. I believe in the power of deliberative democracy. What I mean by that is the ideas don't sell themselves in the marketplace, right? We have a marketplace of ideas. We are the ones who put those ideas out there, who scrutinize those ideas. That is how America is supposed to work. Teaching that, teaching deliberative rhetoric, I am a rhetorician by trade, is considered itself an act of oppression because these are values derived from Eurocentric origins that we are expecting from students of color. A specific example of that in my field is the demonization of standard English, specifically written standard English. Now, one of the reasons I've been called a white supremacist, actually this was the first reason, is because I dared say that standard English might come in handy in civic and professional contexts sometime in the students' lives, now and after they graduate. So maybe they should have that skill somewhere, whether they actually use it or not, I don't know, but they should probably have it. I'm Hitler, all right? That's where my field is anyway. That's where the academy is more generally, as my two colleagues have already said. A leader in my field, a prominent leader, one could say the leader in my field, has said several times that teaching standardized English to people of color, especially black people, is a form of racism. Nothing practical about it. Now, my respect for pragmatism is also something that gets me called a white supremacist at worst. My colleague, the prominent person in the field, will tell you that any student of color who wants to learn standard English anyway is being, quote, selfish and immature because they're only thinking of themselves and not the various other people out there who need to be saved. This, again, is prescriptive racism. Why? Because he is looking at a person's skin color and deciding what they know, who they are, what they believe in, what they value. And he's also assuming that people who look like that person has the same values, dreams, hopes, thoughts aspirations. Prescriptive racism is baked into contemporary anti-racism. All right, I'll say that again. Prescriptive racism is baked into contemporary anti-racism. You cannot have contemporary anti-racism without prescriptive racism. There is a script that has to be followed. If you do not follow it, you are demonized, you are marginalized, you are kicked out, you are called a white supremacist regardless of your skin color.